Hello, I'm Joe Taraka. I'm an attorney at Morgan & Morgan. My central office is in Orlando, Florida, although I work all over the United States. I would like to tell you a little bit today about how to be your best advocate when you're receiving medical care. Let me give you a little bit of my background in that regard. I went to the Air Force Academy, following that, the University of Pennsylvania, and then the Air Force sent me to the Armed Forces Institute of Pathology. While I was there, I trained in anatomy and physiology, and then went on to become a forensic medical consultant for the Air Force throughout the northeastern United States, representing their physicians and their hospitals. When I completed that tour of duty, I then went down to Florida and began a practice of my own, where I established my own firm and eventually merged it into Morgan & Morgan. For the first 20 years, I represented doctors in hospitals and other types of medical facilities. Over the last 20 years, I've had the opportunity to represent individuals who were hurt in the medical care system and may be hurt by medical products and medications. As a result, I've had the opportunity to understand what it is that an individual can do to help protect themselves from medical errors, how to be your own best advocate. So let me give you a quick list of things that you should keep in mind when seeking medical care. First, a list. Whenever you go to a doctor, I imagine many times you have come out of that doctor's office or in a hospital and you've thought to yourself, gee, I wish I had asked this. Well, the way to cure that is simple. Before you go to your doctor's office, when you expect a physician to come see you in a hospital, make up a list. Write it all down. Write your questions and your primary concerns. When you're with the physician, go over that list. That way, you'll have covered everything that's on your mind and you'll have forgotten nothing. The second thing you want to think about is being not only your own advocate, but remember that when you seek medical care, you're often under a great deal of stress. You're not focused exactly on what's being said to you. The best way to solve that is to have an advocate with you. Somebody like a family member or a close friend who knows you and knows your medical condition. They will be the ones that will actually remember what the physician or the nurse has said to you and help you establish your care in a more convenient and efficient way. You'll remember because you'll have them to help record it for you. Another thing you can do for yourself, and third on our list, is to remember that your medical records are probably correct, but sometimes there are errors in the records. In our technological age, it's very easy to review your own records. Most physicians' offices, hospitals, clinics, and even major labs like Quest and LabCorp have excellent patient portals. You can log into those portals and review your own medical record. Once you've done that, if you see errors, you can bring them to the attention of the physician who created the record for you. Something else to think about. Number 4 on our list, your pharmacy. The pharmacy is not just a middleman to help give you medications that have been ordered by a physician. They're much more important than that. They have a great deal of knowledge and they can help you understand not only the adverse reactions from new medications, but what you're being prescribed, whether or not it will interact with any other medication that you're receiving. So when you go to the pharmacy and you pick up a new medicine, take the time to talk to the pharmacist. Ask them about the most obvious reactions. Ask them whether or not they interact with any other medication that you may be taking. That will help you avoid problems with medications. They'll also provide you with a printout, if you wish, that lists all these things. Take the time to read it. It's not that complex. They're written for people like you and I so that we understand what medicines will do for us and where the dangers are. Now, here's something that I try and tell all of my clients. Don't be shy. It's very, very easy in the presence of a physician or a nurse or a facility to be shy and lay back and not bring to their attention the things that are really on your mind or ask for help. You have to be your own advocate here. Ask for help whenever you feel that what's happening to you is not normal for your body. If you're in a hospital, the nurses there are the ones you would contact and ask them to get in touch with the doctors. If the nurses aren't performing in a manner that you think is appropriate or not giving you the answers that make you feel comfortable, There is a charge nurse. The charge nurse is the one who's responsible for the entire floor. Talk to the charge nurse, ask to see her, explain what's going on, and ask her to get in touch with your physician so that the physician then can come see you and find out what it is that's causing you these difficulties. Last, remember that time is of the essence. When you speak to a physician or are with a physician or are receiving care, if something's happened to you and it's a complication that you really didn't understand, remember that there's only so much time that you can actually use to correct that. This is called the statute of limitations. As a result, it's important that if something is going on in your body that you're uncomfortable with, that you contact either the physician to find out if this is a normal reaction, and if you're not satisfied, that you seek the assistance of an attorney who specializes in this field. Why do I say specializes in this field? Well, lawyers do a lot of things. They write contracts, they handle auto accidents, everything you can think about. Certain numbers of lawyers specialize in healthcare, in medical malpractice, in solving problems with physicians and hospitals. That's the kind of attorney that you want if you feel that you've had difficulties. Remember, time is short, so you must do this in a timely manner. Search for an attorney who specializes in medical health care and discuss it with them. I'm confident that they'll be able to tell you whether or not what's happened to you was perhaps a normal complication of the procedure that you had, perhaps unfortunate, but expected, or if something was done that was incorrect and needs to be justified now. Here at Morgan & Morgan, our firm has a specialty department that handles medical malpractice cases. I myself have been doing it for over 4 decades. I hope that your care is appropriate and good, and that you live long and well. Thank you for your time.